Water is essential to life, yet billions of people struggle every day to access clean and safe water. What is it that makes this vital resource so important, but so difficult to safely obtain? Many worldwide organizations recognize clean drinking water as a basic human right. For example, the United Nations, quote, recognizes access to clean water as a fundamental human right, which was part of their UN Resolution 64/292. However, there is currently a disparity between the people who can and cannot access this resource. The World Health Organization states that 2.2 billion people lack safely managed drinking water. An example of this would be a child in sub-Saharan Africa who walks miles daily for water, while in developed countries, clean water flows freely from every faucet. What is it that causes this disparity between water distribution? Water scarcity can be linked to three main factors. The first of these are geographical. Some areas are naturally more arid versus more water-rich. For example, Africa naturally has less water than Canada does. Another reason would be the economic and political barriers in developed versus developing nations. In many developing nations, there's a privatization of water resources, such as Nestle bottling water in drought-stricken areas. There are also many infrastructure disparities between these nations. Pollution and mismanagement is another reason. Industrial contamination and poor sewage treatment often is a cause of poor water distribution. So what is it that engineers can do to help solve these water inequality issues? One thing that many engineers are doing is developing sustainable water management projects, such as rainwater harvesting and desalination. Rainwater harvesting is a common practice in rural India where rooftop catchment systems are used to collect rainwater in underground tanks to be used later. Desalination plants remove salt and other impurities from seawater to make it drinkable. An example of this would be in Israel, where the Sorek desalination plant provides over 600,000 people with fresh water daily. Another thing that engineers are doing is innovations in water filtration systems, such as the company LifeStraw. It is a personal water filter made of straw that removes 99.999% of bacteria and parasites from contaminated water. It is perfect for remote villages and disaster zones. Another thing that engineers are doing close to Auburn is their Engineering Without Border projects addressing water shortages. We will let the president of this club, whose focus it is to develop water solutions, tell you about their solutions.
What's up, everybody? My name is Eli Williams, and I'm currently serving as the president of Auburn Engineers Without Borders. I am a junior studying civil engineering at Auburn from Birmingham, Alabama, and excited to be here.
All right, so the first question I have for you is, what role do engineers play in solving water access issues?
So engineers play a huge role in solving water access issues because in a lot of places there is water. The problem is getting to it, especially with all our international projects. And so engineers are the bridge, pun intended, that connects these communities to these water sources, and nothing can happen without them.
All right, and my second question is, can you overview the Engineers Without Border projects that improved water access?
So here at Auburn EWB, we have 3 different projects that provide water access to communities all across the world. We have a project in Bolivia that provides irrigation water to a community that experiences extreme dry seasons, and this will allow them to irrigate their crops. In Guatemala, we provide drinking water to a community. Last year, we created over 160 connections to different houses, and we're going to do the same thing this summer. And then domestically, we are working in Tennessee to help solve a small rural community, their water quality and quantity issues.
All right, and finally, what are the biggest challenges in implementing water infrastructure solutions?
There's a couple of big hurdles with our projects, especially internationally, specifically with delivering the materials. For a project like our Bolivia project, it's over 40 hours of travel to get to the community. For a project like our Guatemala project, the language barrier is a huge issue because they don't even speak Spanish. They speak a local language, and so that can be a big issue for our team. And then domestically in Tennessee, it's dealing with all the red tape within the United States. There's a lot more regulations than the international projects, and that can just be a pain to navigate.
All right, well, thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
Water access is an ethical and engineering issue. Solutions exist, but implementation requires political and economic action. Engineers have a responsibility to design sustainable water systems. By supporting organizations like Engineers Without Borders, creating sustainable and safe water systems, advocating for water rights, and educating others on the global crisis, engineers can help to make clean drinking water a reality for everyone.